What up, though? It's your boy Bus Driver. This is the Bus Stop Podcast. And you already know how I do, man. I'm everywhere with it. And we are in Ettrick, Virginia. I want to keep that right and exact. Ettrick, Virginia. It is close to Petersburg, Ettrick, Virginia. So y'all know where it's at. Right now, with my homegirl, who I actually had the pleasure of seeing for the first time. I actually won a Freedom of Money's events. Shout out to Freedom of Money. And when she got on the mic, you could feel, and when I say feel, not only physically, but like spiritually, emotionally, the energy that she brought. And watching some of her videos, hearing some of her music, you can see and hear that what she does is from her soul, is from her spirit, is from her energy, her being. I want y'all to make sure y'all are following her. I want to welcome to the bus stop, Miss Nachi, no last name.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm doing good today. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm it's a beautiful day in Ettrick. And you know what I'm saying, it's definitely, the weather is nice. And I'm happy to be here with you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for definitely hitting me to come through on the bus stop. So
yes, and also thank you for allowing me the time and the opportunity. That was a wonderful introduction. Oh my goodness, I'm honored.
That's off the top, boy. You see that? That's off the top.
Off the top, off the dome. Okay, it's always good vibes, and I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Well, I do want to kind of get started. So with your music, with your sound, first of all, I want to know, how did you get into singing? How did you get into that path of becoming an artist?
Oh, okay. So I'm 8 years old, relocating from Philadelphia to Dinwiddie, Virginia. And my stepmother, shout out to Philly, my stepmother, she's into church, and she takes me and my sister and my cousins out to New Zion Baptist Church out in Carson, Virginia. One of the countryest places I had ever seen at the time. I had never been that far out into nature before, because I'm coming from Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
So this was an entire experience for me. I get there, and there's a young lady in the front row of the choir, and she is singing her face. I mean, she is singing her face. And I was like, I gotta do it. I got to do that. I want to do that. So after church, I told my mom I wanted to join the choir. And after that, I was in all of the choirs. The youth and young adult ministry choirs, the mass choir, the missionary choir, the women's choir, the children's mass choir of the United Churches. Like, I was in all of it. And like, even after that, coming into middle school, my first elective is chorus. Second period.
Okay.
So I was being fed and taught the things in mannerism and vocalism at church, but the structure of it at school. So I had both. And from there, I branched into all of these different community activities that involved choirs and praise dancing and drama ministry and step team, and like I was in all of it. And I feel that has carved the soul of what you hear today.
Okay.
Yes.
And that is like a beautiful blend, because you do get like you said, you kind of get you got that bass at church, but like I said, also like that, the structure in school, and you are able to kind of sharpen and hone those skills.
Yes.
Because it's like, now you kind of hear at church what you want to do, but then at school you kind of learn how to do it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that is absolutely a beautiful like blend of those those two spaces. Okay. So who would you say are like some of your I guess some of the people that you grew up listening to, that you kind of feel And do you feel that like listening to those artists have helped shape, excuse me, like your particular sound?
Okay. And yes, understood the question. I grew up with a mom who caught on to neo soul wave early.
Okay. Okay.
So she was on Erica Badu, Jill Scott, Maxwell, Angie Stone, Lettucey, all of D'Angelo, like all of that. Like she was in it. Like when everybody has their cleaning on Saturday morning story. Like if you resonate with black culture, that's something that we do. We get up on Saturday morning and the whole house cleans. Kids involved too. So she would have me mopping the floors with Lavender Pine song because that was her particular scene. And she's listening to the Baduizm album, the live version of it.
Yes.
So
Okay. Oh my God.
At 5, 6, 7, I'm hearing live concerts of Erykah Badu as they're happening. This is also around the time when the Million Man March is happening. So I grew up in that music era. Also, Music Soul Child. Aaliyah was coming into the scene. Janet Jackson was heavy in the scene then too. The girl bands, the boy bands, those are the eras that I initially grew up in. But the initial spark for me and music came from my grandmother much earlier than this.
Okay.
I was 3, and to distract me, keep me quiet, she would give me all of the classic Disney movies. So that's what I would do. And one in particular, the original Fantasia. The first one with the original Philadelphia Orchestra. I'm seeing Mickey Mouse and the magician's hat and the broom that moves on its own. And like I see all of those things, and what's striking my tiny body then is the sound of violins. It struck me so hard that I constantly, what is that? Grandma, what is that? Whole time it's the string section of the orchestra. So that's what led me into getting into violin in Philadelphia before coming to Turkey.
Okay. All right. That's really dope, and it is. I love hearing stuff like that when people, especially like kind of at a young age.
Yes.
It's something that kind of it just hits your spirit the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it of course there is no age limit on when it happens, but it's a beautiful thing to kind of hear and see. Like when it does happen, that is always awesome. Always awesome.
I think my grandmother saw it when it happened because she invested in me having a violin of my own. Even though we were renting the violins from the school. So she left that in her will for me to have. I think she knew when it happened. She saw something.
Okay. That is dope. So do you still play violin now?
I have 2 violins currently, but I do not play them.
Okay.
When I moved to Virginia, the school system is a little different in the north in terms of arts and their extracurriculars that are offered at school versus having to pay for lessons and things like that because your schools are more academic based and sports based here. So when I moved here, I lost the ability to read music because I wasn't in classes. But I can still hear it. I can probably learn how to play it by ear. Because if I can sing it, I can remember it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I will say, it is a shameless plug, and it's not really for me. So my younger sister, I can't even call her my little sister no more. my younger sister, plays violin and viola, and she's been playing probably since like 5-6 years old. I'm not listening. But the Strings on Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe by Kendrick Lamar. That's my little sister and the girl she was working with at the time. She's done work with J. Cole, Jasmine Sullivan, Tyler Probably. Like it's been a plethora of musicians, and she actually just dropped her another EP. I'm sorry, another single this past Friday, I believe. So Good Girl Wave, make sure y'all check that out. It's her Sensei Bueno, incredibly dope artist. So yeah, definitely check that out. But yeah, it's just kind of like the because like I said, everybody kind of grew up playing an instrument, and she was the only one that kind of stuck with it. And that's why I always tell, especially people, you know, if their kids are interested in playing an instrument, get them in it, and if they really love it, because you never know where they're going to end up with that.
Right.
You never know where they're going to end up with that. I'm sorry, again, she scored movies, like, you know what I'm saying, episodes of, what was the drink? Swarm.
Yes.
So the series Swarm, she actually scored, like, one of the episodes. So it's just kind of like, you have the musical talent, like, just kind of take it for me, just one time. Just pick it back up, just to see, you know what I'm saying, if the fingers still remember what to do, you know what I'm saying, because we already know that, I already know the ear is there, so, yeah, just, you know, just kind of see how it feels in your hand one time, you know, and just, you know, see if you can make that beautiful music again. So with your sound, like, was there, like, a moment where you were like, yo, this is kind of how I want to portray this. This is how I want to do this. Like, was there a moment or moments where you just kind of felt comfortable in the way that you perform and like the way that you sing?
Yes, there's two parts to this. The moment happened during meditation and journaling. I remember I was in an elevator, and to look down, I had quarter-length gloves on that were black, a green, like a jade green dress, and a black feather boa was around my arms. I can't see my face, but this is what I have on. The elevator doors open, and I walk into a dimly lit speakeasy. It's smoky in here. There's people dancing there. There's the band there. There's the bar here. You got cards happening here. You got dominoes happening there. It's just people enjoying each other's space. And I walk into this place like I've been here before. And the people are responding to me like I live here. So this must be what it was. I can see it in black and white. It feels like it's probably like the 40s, maybe. And since then, I feel like I have embodied this reworked and new version of a 40s artist.
Okay.
Who has like deep bluesy things, but like gospel background, and you know, like there's some rock and roll in there, and like she's a blend of all of these things. I feel like that's who Nachi No Last Name, the character, is. So she came from that era, but is in this time.
Okay.
So that was the moment. And to answer when did I feel comfortable enough, like in that performance, I think it would probably have been Mother's Day. Mother's Day, the Saturday for Mother's Day, I had a performance at Wabi Sabi. And I experienced a little boy there. This is the part of the show where, you know, I'm asking the crowd for a word. Give me a word so I can sing it back to you. And this little boy raises his hand. He comes on up to the mic and he tells me beautiful.
Mm.
In that moment, I knew that I was doing this right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I knew that I was doing this right, and inspired him to want to play the saxophone, which there was a piece of artwork on the wall behind me of the saxophone.
Mm.
So I told him, if there's anything that you want to do, go for it. He said he wants to learn how to play sax. That's how I knew that I was doing this right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And then so like with moments like those, how does that kind of, or do you feel like it influences like your creative process? Like is that thought in your mind, like when you are creating, that the impact that it may have on the people that are actually consuming it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is a part of my creative process, because it's also a part of my personal process.
Okay.
I want my music and my albums forthcoming to be the guidebook to whatever it is that we're trying to manifest and accomplish on a personal level, right? Because we don't have that. I mean, we have the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it's supposed to go. But in real time, what does that look like? That's what I want my music to feel. Your guidebook through life.
I can dig it.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely dig that. So do you have, and I always feel like this is like picking your favorite child, to a certain extent. Do you have a particular song that is like your personal favorite? Like whenever you're performing, that's a song, I gotta get this song out. Like, what song is that for you?
Heavy. The Rain song. It's called Heavy. Rain song. Why? This is the part of the show where I acknowledge that as an artist, I utilize my platform to talk about things that I feel are important, like mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And Heavy is a song that I wrote in the midst of a very deep depression for the purpose of pulling myself out of it before I was. That's what the purpose of the song was. That's why I wrote it in the rain, but for the rainbow, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mm.
So that's one that hits my spirit in a particular way. And I think that it also embodies that 40s. That, it feels like that.
Okay.
But it's
kind of like that,
about the rain.
almost like the big band kind of song. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
These with the white tuxedo jackets,
Yes.
black bow
Yes.
ties.
It's that. It's very much so that. And you can hear the pitter-patter of the rain throughout that track. Over just that's the whole thing. Everything else, focus.
I know you do your thing.
Listen.
I know.
I wanted the simplicity of the rain being an instrument itself, which is why I have to get that one out anytime I'm able to perform. And I tell the audience, it's resonant and relatable because we all know what it feels like to be heavy.
Mm.
We all know what it feels like when it rains, it pours. We all know what it feels to be rained out and drowned out. But the rain isn't purely destruction. It comes to cleanse. It comes to revitalize. It comes to refresh and refill. So we can't forget that part of it. And I think being able to understand the duality of the rain, you'll be able to understand the duality of your life. because it's not all pain and destruction. It happens for a reason and a process, and there's always a brighter day after that. We can all say that. I don't care what your story is, or everyone has had some downpours, but we've all also had some victories because God has genuinely been good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like you said, it is, sometimes you gotta deal with the rain to get to the rainbow, and that is a beautiful sentiment and a beautiful statement, man. Like, it is. And then, so with that, where's kind of like that idea of, I guess, the rain, because like you said, even down to using the rain as an instrument in the song. What does that kind of creative process look like for you? Is it just kind of just sitting there with the book and it just kind of happens, or I guess what does that creative process kind of look like for you?
I legit walked through the rain.
I'm saying, so I mean, is it like that with?
It started there
with all of your songs, or that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like it's is it a particular process that you have, or is it just kind of whenever the moment hits you, that's when you kind of write a new song?
It's a mixture of both. Mostly though when I feel it, and when I feel it, initially I try to hear it instrumentally first.
Okay.
I always absorb new music instrumentally first. So when you said the strings on Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, I can tell you what that is and sing it to you more than the lyrics of that song. That's how I absorb music first. So if I hear it enough for me to hum it, enough to repeat it, enough to write it down, that's when it's real. Once I get to this part, it's real. And once it's real, I can't just leave it. I gotta keep it.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I would like to see that, because like I said, I love the inner workings of artists. I swear there are so many studio sessions where I wish I could just be a fly on the wall, just kind of see how the song come together. You know what I'm saying? And then so with that, and kind of in your performances and in recordings and things like that, do you have? And I feel like home is always home. But do you have a favorite place that you've performed so far?
Probably the Reveille in Carytown. Simply because that aesthetic was so sexy. It was so nice to be in this tight-knit, cute, dark, with a chandelier and a cello in the back. There's a grand piano, and it's art everywhere. There's a wall of dreams, a tree of dreams in there, where people can write what their dreams are and hang it from the tree. Artist heaven. I think probably the Reveille is my favorite place to perform. It was nice again. I would love to go back.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Shout out to the Reveille.
In a very dope spot, and I know they hosted a lot of incredible artists at that spot as well. So y'all definitely check them out as well. Even though we're not getting paid to say that, but we might get paid to say that. So should definitely check that out.
Look, speaking it into existence, amen.
So with that, I guess who are some of your favorite artists that I want to say that you've seen perform recently? Whether it's major artists or I don't like saying local artists. I have to think of another word for that. A smaller scale artist. Who are some of your favorites right now?
For one, Quentin Jones is always going to be a favorite for me because he creates magic wherever he goes, on or off stage. Genuinely a good person, and his ability to bend through music in ways that people wouldn't think. I love his way of thinking when it comes to instrumentation. So when he brings his shows together, the musicians that he chooses and the ballads that come together, it's just chef's kiss. What else? would I say? I haven't seen Freedom Amani in a while. However, DJ Sota, he's one of my favorite DJs out here right now.
Okay. I like that you threw a DJ in there too. I definitely
Yes.
like that because DJs are artists too. Damn it.
DJs are
artists too.
DJs are artists, and I appreciate his artistry because he blends all of the popular music with K-pop music too. So like you're blending, you know, people from over there with stuff like Beyonce and Doja Cat and like again, Chef's Kiss.
I like that.
I appreciate his artistry because I've never seen it done before.
Especially with K-pop, because it's not a genre that you want to think to mix with anything like that. So that's incredibly dope. It's thinking outside the box, and I love that.
Yes, he has a mix that he did. It's called Insomnia Nights, and he mixed a K-pop song. I can't remember their name, but he mixed that with Flashing Lights from Kanye West. Listen, tore it down.
Okay, gotta check that out.
Yeah,
definitely gotta check that out.
Yes,
That is one thing I've kind of I get into a rabbit hole on YouTube, just kind of going through like one person's verse over somebody else's beat, and there was actually a DJ who does entire mixtapes. So it was one that I love. It's an Andre 3000 Tyler the Creator mix. So you got
already now.
what is it? I Fucking Hate You mixed with Prototype. So the hook on that, the way he blended it, is chills every time, like every time. But it's just like I definitely love that kind of creativity because it's like especially like you said with K-pop, like nobody's really. That's not what I'm thinking about. It's the first thing to mix with.
Think too. And listen, I didn't know how lit they are over there. Like they be kidding me. The dancing is ridiculous. The songs, the vocals, I don't know the language, but they're having a good time. I'm here for it. And it's not the type of music that you necessarily have to know the language of because it's just like that. It's there. So man.
And I think that is the beauty of music though, like when you look at it, because it is to the point of, and I think hip hop is a specific example for me, really hip hop and R&B. Because there's a group that I like called Dynamic Duo. They're from it's a group from South Korea. One of my homeboys put me on over 15 years ago.
Okay.
They have a song called Good Love. The hook is sang by this Korean dude in English. You would swear when you first hear it, it's somebody from here. Like the soul behind it, you would think that he was from here. But again, with the verses, you don't know what they're saying, but you know what you don't know what you know. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is the beauty of music is people can understand it without having to understand it. Because it's the vibe, it's the energy. And again, for me, it's the love that people put into their music. That people who are supposed to feel it, will feel it. They gon' get it. They gon' get it.
I think that's also why anime is really big right now too. Because their music is ridiculous. For example, I'm not a huge anime person, but I did watch My Hero Academia for a bit. Love them.
Plus Ultra, yes.
Oh my
yes.
god. So it's their opening sequences change every arc. Man.
But them theme songs hit though, and I don't speak Japanese or I don't, but you know what? I know them words though,
Look.
Because and that's again, I think that does drive a good point though of part of the popularity of anime is the music. My Hero, I'm top to bottom. I've watched the movies.
Hands down.
I'm telling you, I've gone through damn near all of My Hero. I'm ready for another season. But
I gotta finish it.
Where you at with it?
When did I start watching it? It wasn't that I stopped watching it intentionally. I think it was on a cliffhanger somewhere, and I just never caught it again.
Gotcha.
I think the last thing I remember is The Magician. There's a magician, and like there's a team of bad guys, and the kids are at.
Is that the school?
They're not at the school this time. They're like out in the woods somewhere.
Oh, okay, all right. I know where you at. Okay, all right. Yep.
Yes.
That's crazy. I know. Yeah, I got you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's. Oh yeah.
And like they were grabbing kids. Not to say that. Don't say it like that. But I mean, like in the anime, I remember the magician was doing magic to capture people.
So I want to say probably like. I want to say like 4 or 5 somewhere. I got you. If you get back into it, it's definitely a lot of things that go on. It's like it gets a little crazy. It definitely gets a little crazy.
It was already really good.
Yeah, it's a solid series.
The tournament arc was ridiculous. See, look.
And I think for me, it was the type of powers that a lot of these people have. It's like this is outside of like the normal like superhero power. And I think that's really the aspect that I really enjoy about it. Even like with that and like it's just kind of having like that outside of, it's just not regular, Superman powers or somebody just teleporting. It's going to be somebody, a girl that can make mushrooms grow, or what I'm saying, it's going to be something different. I think that's really what I appreciate about that series.
I like Todoroki and his quirk, the fire and ice, the duality between that. I'm always one for get that.
I can dig it.
But oddly enough, my favorite quirk isn't one of the heroes. It's one of the villains.
Okay.
My favorite character from My Hero was probably Stain.
Okay.
Damn. Serious.
Yeah. The hero killer. Yeah.
He was something serious. And quick with it. So yeah, like I like the penmanship of how they wrote that. That was crazy.
Oh, it gets better, and not to give away too much, but there's people who are still perpetuating Stain's ideals, like, and it causes a lot of trouble, a lot of trouble. So it definitely gets good.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Stain 2.0's. Oh man.
It gets crazy. So yeah, whenever you get back into that, you're definitely going to enjoy that. Definitely going to enjoy that.
I remember when they took down All for One. I remember that too. Yes, I have to get back into it.
Yeah, because it gets crazy. It definitely gets crazy.
But all of that evolves from how good the music is.
And again, it's like it's just the beauty of music, and again, that's why I like to do what I do, because I want to know the people behind the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because to me, I always use the pandemic as an example. When people during the pandemic, a lot of people they were working from home or had to be in their house. They were listening to music. They were watching movies. They were playing video games. Art is behind all of that. So these are people consuming things that have literally kept the world from going to shit. Who are the people behind this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this song, and this song makes me think of this particular time. Well, damn, what was going on with you when you made this song? Oh wow, I was going through the same thing. Now, like, that song just means that much more to me, and I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. I just look at the energy, right? I love what you do that much more. I'm putting out that much more anytime I hear that song. If that song makes me happy, I'm putting out that much more just happy energy, good vibes, like all of that. It's the connection for me, man. Like, if I'm feeling what you feel, or even a percentage of what you felt making that, then it's good for me.
Yes.
The way I look at like when I was doing my radio show, I used to play all of my favorite songs. If I can give you 10% of the feeling that I felt when I first heard that song, my job as a radio host, I did what I was supposed to do.
Yes.
If you just get a percentage of the goosebumps that I get every time I hear, like, and that's why when you mentioned the live music earlier, listen to Baduizm Live, top to bottom, one of my favorite albums. One of my favorite albums. Another one is The Roots Come Alive, when they do You Got Me, and it's the introduction of Jill Scott. Anytime I hear her doing her own thing at the end of that joint, chills. And I've heard that song I don't know how many times. It's the same feeling every time. You know what I'm saying? Because, and the way I broke this down before, if you listen to Who is Jill Scott Volume 1, she uses her introduction to the world via the Roots as the introduction on her album. So it's like it's almost a double introduction. And I didn't know that was where that segment came from until like a couple years later. And I'm like, yo, I'm like, whoa, like this is the intro to her album, but like, why have I not heard this sooner? You know what I'm saying? But it is, again, like just that.
It's subtle.
It is, and it's with people like that, with people like you, when you hear it and you know it. The love, the time, the commitment, the effort. When you hear it, and because to me it does something to me every time. Every time. I was watching a video of you. I don't know what building you were in, singing just in the foyer, the acoustics. But hearing you sing, I'm like, yo, there's no doubt that you love what you do, but you're supposed to be doing what it is that you're doing.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. That is absolutely a beautiful thing. So,
Appreciate you for saying that.
absolutely. So I did ask you a question. I kind of gave you this question last week to kind of ponder on, and this has actually become one of my favorite interview questions. So, if your sound was a color, what color would it be and why? Color or colors? If you have multiple, that's cool. But color or colors, what would it be and why?
Initially, I was like, I feel like it's a lavender, like lilac, but it's shimmery, kind of like pixie dust.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I can see that.
I could see that, but it changes and evolves from that into a really deep navy hue blue. And that's when it's coming from my belly.
Okay.
Like, there's a difference between slow it down, 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 slow it down. Slow it down, 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 slow it down. Pixie dust. Life's topsy-turvy. What the fuck is going on? Everything is everywhere. That deep navy blue hue. So it's both. It's a swirl of this, and it does this. It moves. I feel like if there was a way to that's what we do.
Okay. That was incredibly dope. Incredibly dope.
Thank you.
So let me see what else. So what else do you have coming up? Like, do you have any other any projects coming anytime soon, or any events coming up?
So this weekend I'll be at Wabi Sabi on the 27th at 8 p.m. And the exciting part about that is that we are celebrating Dinwiddie High School's homecoming that day.
Okay.
Homecoming is Friday, but some of the class reunions are happening at Wabi Sabi. So I'm excited about that because I graduated from Dinwiddie 09. And just, put my little plug out there. But that's because I grew up here. Aside from that, and doing Wabi Sabi every second and fourth Saturday, I'll also be doing the grand opening for Burgundy's Wine Bar on October 3rd. That's the following Friday, and that's from 4 to 6.
Alright.
So that is also located downtown Petersburg.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredibly dope. Incredibly dope.
I think that's going to be nice. It's really nice in there.
Okay. I
I want to say the walls are turquoise, like a deep turquoise, and she's got chandeliers. Like it's that kind of lighting.
Okay.
And it's a wine bar.
Oh, that sounds sexy. I like
She's
that.
doing charcuterie boards. They do game nights for like extreme puzzling. Like they have teams of people putting together puzzles.
Oh, like 1,000, 1,500 piece puzzles.
Yes, like she's doing some unique stuff there.
That's what's
So
up.
I'm hyped for this. This is gonna be cute.
That's incredibly dope. Incredibly dope.
Yes, thank you.
Well, if you could let the people know where to follow you, how they can get in contact with you, how they can book you, where to hear the music, like all of that.
Yes, okay. So currently I am streaming The Real Thing. It's Quentin Jones featuring Nachi No Last Name on all streaming platforms. We wrote that song on Christmas for Valentine's Day. It's a love song. Go ahead and listen to that. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, primarily TikTok, at Nachi_no last name. On Instagram, Nachi.no-last-name. And on Facebook, it's Nachi No Last Name, but no last name is spelled backwards. So it looks like Imat Stella.
I'm like, is that her last? Is that?
Facebook won't allow me to have no last name for a last name. So this is what we're doing.
Smart. Incredibly smart. Well, I do again want to thank you for coming through to the bus stop. Thank you for sharing with us. And again, y'all make sure y'all follow her on all the platforms that she mentioned earlier. If y'all did not catch those, then go back in the video like 15 seconds. There you go. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at AKA Bus Driver, on TikTok at AKA Bus Driver 313. This is and on YouTube at the Bus Stop Podcast. Like, subscribe, share, and all of that. Because I'm trying to quit my job. I like my job; it's cool, but I want to be doing stuff like this full time. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, send me money if you feel so moved to. But yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. This is the Bus Stop.
All aboard. Just remember, ain't no seatbelts on this thing. And don't spill no ashes on my floor, right?